hear this crash, and I look over, and there's a woman and her baby sort of on the ground, and this guy struggling with his motorcycle. And the guy that he's hit is, saying to him, I think, what did you just do? What's your problem? And people started to gather. And the guy got the motorcycle up, and he tried to take off, and he hit another motorcycle. So then even more men came. And they were kind of swarming this guy, and they're trying to talk to him, and he's like, no, I go. And they're trying to get him to give up the motorcycle because he's drunk. Now in Rishikesh, not only is it against the law to eat beef anywhere in India, but in Rishikesh, there's no alcohol, there's no smoking, there's something else there's none of, but I wasn't trying to do it, so it's okay. So anyway, this guy was drunk, and I don't know if he smuggled it in or if he'd been driving a long time. I didn't get that part of the story. But all of these men kept this guy from leaving, and they got another motorcycle to stop, and they got the mother and the baby on that motorcycle, and he's screaming at her, trying to get her to come with him, and they're all saying, no. And that other motorcycle left with the mom and the baby. And finally, they couldn't get the guy that was apparently drunk to stop, and he took off with the motorcycle. And one of the young gentlemen walked by me, and he saw me just kind of like watching what was going on, and he stopped and he said, we tried to stop him, but at least we took care of the mother and child. And I thought, wow, all of these guys surrounded this man in an attempt to stop him from causing further havoc. And they weren't angry, they were emphatic, but they did their best to protect that woman and child. And all I could think was, oh man, can you bring that to Canada? Can you show us how to swarm a drunk guy who's being abusive to a mother and child? Can you stop him, or at least try? It was so beautiful to see. But I digress. At one point, when we were in Jodhpur and we left there, Anita had an agenda that I was unaware of. She was going to several factories to look for things to put in her new wellness center, which will be on Bell Farm Road. Little plug. Anyway, and so I got to see something that a lot of people don't get to see, because I went right to the warehouses where things were being manufactured, and it was just incredible. Like, you think this building's big? Imagine this building times 5, and floor to ceiling is fabrics. Oh my God, if I sewed, I'd still be there now. It was just beautiful. Anyway, they sat us down on this plush couch, and they started to bring out all the fabrics and lay them out on the ground. Finally, Anita says to me, I'm tired, can we go? And I said, you're tired, I'm tired. I thought you were buying stuff. And she said, no, I thought you were. So we just said, thank you very much, namaste, and we left. But in the meantime, having left the hotel, I forgot my cane. Now, some of you know that I use a cane occasionally. I have a few issues that I, deal with. And I had forgotten my cane because I was feeling so good with Patricia Murray's Young Living essential oils all over my body. For whatever pain I had been feeling from the cement hard beds, the essential oils took it away, so I was caneless. So anyway, we get to this reclamation place, and it is probably about 2 acres or more of all this stuff that they've gathered to reclaim it and recycle it and rebuild it. And it's all organized. All the Vespas are here, and the scooters are here, and the tuk-tuks are there, and it's just amazing. And I lost almost all of my pictures somehow. I'm hoping Mr. Google is hiding them from me. But there was a 3x6 wall of pieces of reclaimed wood of every shape and color you can imagine, and they had just cut it and put it all together like a jigsaw puzzle. It was absolutely magnificent. And this place was so beautiful, but eventually I tired, and I went out and was sitting on one of the benches near the marble turtle, Rosie. And she came out to me, and she was explaining to him that I didn't seem to have my stick with me. And he said, you want I should make you stick? And I said, no, it's okay. And Anita said, well, won't you need it? And I said, well, it's just that my sister gave me that one. It's a collapsible one, and it's really easy to... And he says, one moment, please. And he picks up his phone, and he says something, blah, blah, blah. And he says, they will meet you at the airport with your cane. And I said, oh, my, how much will that cost? And he laughed, and he said, oh, please, no. We got to the airport, and there was a young man standing there with my cane in the air. Like, unbelievable. Didn't cost me a dime. Now, I did tip him because I knew he'd used his gas and time and left his job, and I didn't know whether he'd be paid, but it wasn't going to cost me a dime for them to go out of their way to bring my cane to me at the airport. Just phenomenal. That's what I saw over and over and over again. And so the last thing I want to tell you about is the fireside boys. One night I couldn't sleep, and I just went out to the back of the ashram. Yes, I stayed in an ashram for 4 days, and oh my God, if you get the chance, do it. Anyway, so I'm out at the back of the ashram, and I see these young boys around a fire, and I love campfires, and I'm kind of looking at them like this, and they said, Mrs., come, Didi, come. So I go over, and they immediately get up off the chair and have me sit down, and I said, no, it's okay. Oh, no, please, sit. So I sat down, and they all started to ask me questions, and I talked to them, and 2 of the fellows were yoga instructors who had been teaching in China and had been sent home because of the coronavirus. And so they were just, hanging around because they didn't have any work. And all of their parents worked in the ashram, so that's why they were right there. And I had some really neat conversations with these young guys. And one night, Mano said to me, we have to go to another ashram to book a room. Would you like to come with us? Yeah, sure. I'm going to walk off into the dark, way over there, with you guys. I went. He said, no, please, Didi, we will take care of you. You have no need to be afraid. So I thought, okay, Spirit's with me. It's been guiding my ass all the way through this trip. Everything will be fine. So we get to the other side of the bridge, and we go into the ashram, and it's all dark, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe not. And Mano stops, and he turns to me, and he says, we take care of you. You don't have to be afraid. And I said, okay, thank you. And he went in and did his business, and he came back out, and he said, come, we go, cello. So we walked back, and we talked about my fear and how they treat women. And they said that to them, I was like an honored grandmother, and it was their responsibility to take care of me. And so they knew I was leaving on Sunday, and that Anita was staying because she was going to her Ayurvedic yoga course. And he said to me, anything you need, you come get me, I will help you. So I went down at noon and ordered my cab for 4 o'clock, and I went to find Mano, and I said, can you come at 3 and help me bring my luggage down? And he said, oh, I am so sorry, I am playing cricket. I said, okay, that's fine, no worries, thank you so much. And he said, no, I will have someone there. And I said, no, it's okay. Please, Didi, I will have someone there. So at 3 o'clock, there's a knock on my door, and sure enough, there's one of the young fireside boys. And he helps me get all my luggage down 3 floors and out to the front gate. And I'm reaching for my wallet, and he says, no, Didi, please, it is my honor. I really missed the fireside boys. I really missed the people I met there. So I have to go back, because I have to say thank you again and again for everything they showed me about their beautiful country and their beautiful hearts. So if you have a dream, get out there and do it. There's 3 things I learned in India. Very important. The first one, you don't actually need as much toilet paper as you think you do. Number 2, if you want to know who people are, go to where they are and listen. And number 3, Follow your dreams. Don't give up. Do it. Do it now. Namaste.